Good morning, ma'am. This is Janina May Banawa, BizEd English 2A. My video for today is all about a strong and inspiring leaders. On June 15, 1945, Miriam Defensor Santiago is a public servant, a judge and legal scholar, and an outstanding Philippine senator was born in the city of Iloilo. Miriam learned to be self-sufficient at a young age. As the eldest of 3 children, she was running the household before she finished elementary school. Her mother was a career woman who disliked housework, so she was in charge of daily marketing, supervising the family's untrained village maids, and organizing her younger brother and sister to do their chores. The Defensor were a wealthy family with a high social standing. Benjamin Defensor, her father, was a lawyer and trial judge, and Dimpna Palma, her mother, was a well-known educator in the community. The family lived in a small house with a nipa roof until Miriam was 9 years old. Miriam Defensor attended Lincoln School, later renamed Lincoln College, the private school where her mother was dean. She stayed in Lincoln until her mother had a falling out with the school president and resigned, and began attending La Paz Public Elementary School in grade 5. She was an excellent writer, serving as student editor of the elementary school newspaper in the 5th and 6th grades. Her work was also featured on the literary pages, and as a freshman, she won a school-wide spelling bee. She began to prepare for law school, which is the political science, a common pre-law course. She won first place in university competitions for orator poetry, short stories, and essays. She maintained excellent grades all throughout. Defensor absolutely graduated as magna cum laude in the year 1965. Miriam Defensor Santiago is a politician, professor, and public servant, best known for being the first Filipino to be appointed to the International Criminal Court. Miriam has proven herself to be an honest, efficient, and excellent public servant over the course of her more than 2 decades in politics, which is why the Filipino people admire her. One of the things that made Miriam popular internationally is her outspokenness. Throughout her time in the Philippine Senate, Miriam has become well known for voicing out her concerns for the things that she sees are not right and lawful. Miriam Defensor Santiago's life story was indeed a spectacular yet a peculiar one. A Girl Power awardee. Her characteristics is something I couldn't explain. You know what? I can relate most to Miriam. Why? It's because even though I am not the eldest in the family, but I know that being an eldest isn't easy, and it will never be easy. It is the hardest thing for me. That is why I didn't wish to be the one. Being an eldest is a lifetime commitment and responsibility. But do you know what is the scariest part about responsibility? It is when you screw up and let it slip right away with your finger. Miriam merely did his part, and luckily she didn't fail. As I watched the whole story, I could tell that Miriam Santiago was far more peculiar than any other woman. Her traits and characteristics says it all. She was brave, strong enough to protect her family. She had to fight for what she thinks is right. It is for the love and support of her very own home country. The lesson I've learned from Miriam Santiago's life story is all about family, freedom, rights, and the love of country and its people. Let's first talk about family. Family is life's greatest blessing. So whatever problems that we may face, we must love each other. No hatred, no grudges. Nevertheless, the freedom and rights and the love of country is really important. As a citizen living in this democratic place, if you love your country, of course, you also have to love the people. Because if you really are a true blood Filipino, you will protect and defend your country, especially when it is ruled by a dispute leader. As an inspiring youth of today, I really admired Miriam Defensor Santiago because of her constant desire to become successful in life. She serves as a great inspiration to all people, not just Filipinos, but all over the world. She used her knowledge, her voice to serve the country. Other than that, she puts her heart, her passion into action. Her life story teaches us that no matter what challenges we may face, we always stand for what we believe is right. We fight for what is right. I always believe that we are the voice of our own action. Speak out and always be vocal. And after all, Miriam Defensor Santiago is the best president that we never had.